Hi. How's it going? Okay, no music. Hi. We're doing Deep Rock Galactic again. Not much to explain here. Let's just jump right into the shall we. Got back to work. It was fine. Let me just lower the volume there. There we go. And yeah, we gonna get into this stuff real quick. Oh, whoops. There we go. Do, do, do. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just checking the stream real quick to see if it's actually... It's not. Why is that? It should be. Oh, hey. There we go. We good. We good. We good. Yeah. Yeah. We gotta go and get that Lederhosen.
Slept like a rock.
We gotta complete our missions now. So let's get down to business here. An actual Titanic clearing, okay. Most public. Let's have fun with this one.
Drop pod is cleared. Warm up. Time to get to work, team.
Okie dokie, artichoke. Alright. Sausage. 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 Hey. There we go. Kick. 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 Oh, I can't kick it. Hi, Lloyd.
You're worth your weight in gold.
Gonna have to wait for people to get on. Hey, maybe I can show my skills in jetty boots real quick. Here we go. Oh, hey.
Ready, player.
Oh, it's a boot mug.
Sweet.
Oh.
Ah, it got me.
We got a person.
That will do. That's so unfair.
Anyway.
Good run this time.
Kindly get your heads out of that game and get back to work. I told them this box was a bad idea.
Rock solid! Rocky Mountains for my team and make it snappy. Rock solid! Lloyd, you're the king of draft beer. To a successful mission. For gold, rock and stone. Cheers!
Yeah. Rockin' stone to the heart.
Rock and stone. Yeah.
I ain't got all day. Let's lay.
Action time.
Let's roll.
Rock and stone. On a roll. Rock and stone. Yeah. The pretty sound of teamwork. For those about to rock and stone, we salute you.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Before I get in, I'm just gonna hop into the
Only danger
VC.
in thought is
Oh hey.
This mission, payoff handsome.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Time for
Good.
pest control.
I'm live streaming right now.
Queens on our scanners. You
Nice.
get to
I'm
eradicate
preparing
before they turn into
the
something
Sunless
even
Citadel
worse.
for
My advice: bring plenty of ammo. They can take a
intro.
punch.
Ooh.
Yeah. We are doing like basically campaign zeros to get ready for the actual
Like these
series
things
that
were bad
series
enough
one that we
alive.
want to do. So
Oh. Okay.
yeah, so I'm just gonna run adventures from Tales from the Yawning Portal. I have heard that the Camp Mysteries ones are also pretty good too, so we're gonna probably run a few of those, probably like get a good month or two in of just setting up, preparing for that, and then once that happens, I'm just going to, I'm just trying to get a vibe of how they play with each other and how they, whatever, and then once they get that,
Access
then
provided.
I can fully start doing my series, and
Take your sweet time.
yeah,
old
we can
lady.
commence that.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah. So I'm just writing the introduction to the Sunless Citadel right now. Or not introduction, but I'm trying to find a blurb of like how to describe the Sunless Citadel to people who don't like,
I
or the
love this
hook
grappling hook.
that they do for introductions. And so far, the only thing I found has been this blurb from the Wikipedia that just goes, "Why should anyone travel down the cracked cobblestones of the old road? The fortress that once cast its shadow across the road does so no longer. Some whisper
damn
that the
bugs
earth
start to
swallowed
feel
the
like
fortress
family,
whole in
you know
age
it's
long
time to quit.
past. Many adventurers resolved to discover the truth and set off down the old road, but they never returned." Like, just kind of like, it's too vague in my opinion for a introducctory thing, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna read the entire thing and then just make my own introduction. I don't know. But, yeah, so right now I'm just reading the Sunless Citadel adventure and then gonna write everything down from start to finish. Basically just DM's notes to remember and yada yada yada.
Yeah. Sunless
So that's
Citadel.
nice.
Sounds badass.
Yeah, it's this adventure that deals with like, it's just I think so far from what I've read, the Sunless Citadel is a like I think it's a castle or a fortress that got sucked into the world, and there's like an evil druid if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so this adventure concerns a once proud fortress that fell into the earth in an age-long past, now known as the Sunless Citadel. Its echoing broken halls house malign creatures. Evil has taken root at the Citadel's core, which is deep within a subterranean garden of blighted foliage. Here, a terrible tree and its terrible dark shepherd plot in darkness. The tree, called Golthias tree is shepherded by a twisted druid, Belek the Outcast. He was drawn to the buried citadel 12 years ago, following stories of oddly enchanted fruit to their source. The druid found an old fortress that had been swallowed up by the earth in some sort of magically invoked devastation. With the previous inhabitants long dispersed, vile and opportunistic creatures common to lightless dungeons infested the subterranean ruins at the core of the old fortress. Belek stumbled upon the Twilight Grove. He discovered at the grove's heart the Golthias tree, which sprouted from a wooden stake that was used to slay an ancient vampire. So, that is what we're looking at right now.
Where do all these minerals
I need to find a better way to, like... Oh, did I send you the picture of, my new mousepad?
New miner array.
So what? Sorry.
Did I send you a picture of my new mousepad?
You haven't.
Let's rock and stone.
Ooh, I'll put it into, look at D&D stuff. I'm gonna send it in there.
Okay.
If you can, yeah.
One moment.
But this is my new mousepad, though. Yeah, whenever you're free. And it's freaking amazing as a DM to look at it.
Where is that
Yeah, it's so cool. I was like, oh, yo, this is a freaking like mousepad with all the rules and stuff on it. So I was like,
Oh my
yo.
god, I need that.
Yeah, so if I ever like have somebody that's like, oh, rule for having half cover, what's the rule for having that? I was like, instead of me being, okay, let me get the book, I'm like, I'm just gonna move my keyboard and be like, you get half cover is +2 AC, plus dexterity saves, or quarter, or if you have 3/4 cover, you get +5 AC and dexterity. Yeah, it's so nice. It's so freaking
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, so we're gonna be running the Sunless Citadel, and yeah. Would you want me to read this out loud for you to like listen in, or
Sure.
that'd be too much talking? Okay. Yeah. So let's see. A perfect ruby red apple ripens on the Golthias tree at the summer solstice, and the tree produces a single albino apple. Blah 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 blah.
by the beard?
Nicely done.
The Adventures of Gnosis. Synopsis. During their trip to the Sunless Citadel, characters deal with monstrous threats and ancient traps, as well as a warring tribes of kobolds and goblins. The adventure is designated for 4 level 1 player characters. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to make them level 3, because apparently the only thing that I've seen that people have kind of said that was bad about this campaign or adventure is that a lot of people get TPK'd by a like early character. So either you have to dumb down the difficulty of the enemy, or you just have to buff them up. And I'm like, I'll just keep them level 3 throughout the entire thing and reward them cool shit. Like, that's the one thing I never understood. Like, I do understand leveling up your characters is a good reward too, but I was like, I just kind of want to give them cool shit instead of, and like, keep them at the same level throughout the entire adventure, but give them cool shit. Of course, for a full campaign, I'm going to level up them and make them have fun, but it's like, for these adventures, I think just a cool item.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna be doing that. Instead of having them be level 1 and go all the way up to level 3, I'm just gonna keep them at level 3 and then just gonna give them cool shit. So,
Yeah.
that's fun. So, they should advance through 2nd level and 3rd level before the finale. The adventure has 4 basic parts. I also have seen a review that the finale is gonna end. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to read through that, and I will change it if it happens. Or I will change a lot of stuff in this, I think. Like, I'm basically just going to I'm basically just going to remake the Sunless Citadel in a sense. So a decent amount of stuff that I'm going to steal, of course, or just to use. I mean, it is an adventure book, so of course I'm gonna use it. But I'm gonna change it decently, hopefully, to make it more fun and not every single Sunless Citadel is gonna be the same. So, the Village of Oakhurst, Part 1, or Chapter 1. Although it isn't part of the adventure per se, the Village of Oakhurst can provide the adventurers some valuable information about the Citadel. They can also use Oakhurst as a place to recuperate and replenish supplies. So this is just going to be the beginning town. Number 2, or Chapter 2, Kobold Den. The characters foray into the Citadel into the Citadel begins with the incursion into the most accessible areas of the fortress, where a tribe of kobolds have taken up residence. The characters can avoid strife with the kobolds by agreeing to retrieve a lost pet for the kobold leader, and they might be able to persuade the kobolds to join their side. Number 3, Goblin Lair. The goblins that live deeper inside the Citadel consider themselves the owners of the place. They defend themselves aggressively against intruders, making it difficult to avoid combat with them. Number 4, Hidden Grove. Eventually, the characters discover the lower level of the Citadel and the Twilight Grove that lies within. There, they learn the truth about the enchanted fruit, and they must confront Balak, the outcast, and the Gothias tree. Running the adventure. Sun Citadel is designed to be easily located in whatever setting DM prefers. Here are some examples. I kind of would like to run an Eberron. Like, out of everything, I think Eberron is one of the... Like, I need to I need to look deeper into Eberron, but that is kind of the type of setting I want to go into, where it's like a futuristic, but also still D&D thing, and it kind of mixes with each other. But
Kind of like
even
a
in-
steampunk.
yeah, even in Eberron, like, that's exactly, like, if I were to make a D&D setting, it would probably be in the real life equivalent of 1800s, because that's when I think Renaissance, or I think it was the Renaissance, was popping off, and that's also when the first, like, modernized gun was made. Also
Yeah,
known
the
as
Industrial Revolution.
revolver. Yeah, Industrial Revolution, revolvers were getting made. The most powerful thing was the steam engine for locomotives, and I was like, that's sick. I want to do that. So literally the most advanced weapon in the world would be a gun, and it isn't even a good gun. I mean, not a good gun, but it's like it's a revolver, you know. You get 6 shots and you have to reload them. So I think it would be cool to like have one person be wielding an old style, you know, revolver or something like that. Even like how they have in Vox Machina, they have this thing called the pepper box, which is what Parzival's weapon is, or not Parzival's, I forgot his full name, but Percy has an old style revolver called the pepper box, and I'm thinking of adding those instead of revolvers, but I will give the characters quote unquote revolvers. So yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna make it so that they get those old style pepper box type guns, because in Vermintide, that's what Victor uses. Victor uses pepper boxes, which is really cool. Yeah. So we're gonna do that. I heavily influence, like, if I'm gonna add guns and stuff, I'm gonna be heavily influenced by Vermintide a lot, because I feel like they incorporated guns so well in that game. Like, blunderbusses are great. I think that the pepper boxes are great, and I just all the guns in that game are like what I imagined would be in D&D. So I'm going to steal the weapons from Vermintide. So yeah. But yeah, I guess, I mean, it'll just be in the Forgotten Realms. So, on Faerun, the Sunless Citadel was once a secret stronghold for the Cult of the Dragon. Located in the foothills northwest of Thundertree, it plunged into the earth when Mount Hotenow erupted and threw Neverwinter into chaos. Time of year. We're gonna do summer, because, let's do,
My chef boots are in here.
like,
Is everyone walked in?
I like spring a lot. I love spring, actually, but I want to get hit with that. The weather we're having, like, did you see outside today? It was so fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, it was not cold, it was not hot. It was like, you got your warmth from the sun, you got your, like, chilliness from the wind, and it was, like, perfect. You ever get those feelings of, like, when you're at a beach and you just want to lie down on a towel in the sand because of how cozy it is? Like, cold air blowing on you from the water, and then hot sunlight beaming on you. That's exactly what I felt today, and I was like, I fucking love this. I love midsummer. I love the days between fall and summer, because that is basically heaven. And like, same thing with between spring and summer too. Not too cold, not too hot, just perfect. I don't know if there's I don't know if there's like, I know that there's seasons, but I don't know if there's a way I can explain that to just be like in between summer and spring, or in between winter and between summer and fall or winter. Like those are the perfect days. But that's gonna be the time of year in between spring and summer, or summer and winter-ish.
Oh, hello,
We'll see.
Linus.
Another day at the office.
Linus took to
This is thirsty work.
Adventure hooks. Adventurers can find the Sunless Citadel within a remote and lonely ravine. The characters can be drawn into the dungeon for any following reasons. Relate the information below to the players as necessary to get them interested in journeying to the dungeon site. Going for glory. You're eager to make a name for yourself. Boring.
Supplies are on the way.
Rescue mission. Another party of adventurers locally based delved into the Sunless Citadel a month past. They were never seen again. Two human members of the ill-fated party were brother and sister. Talgan Hercule, I hate these names so much. Talgan Hucriel, a fighter, and her brothers were oh fucking Christ. And Sharwin, actually I like that name, Sharwin. Sharwin Hucriel, a wizard. They're part of an important merchant family based in the nearby village of Oakhurst. Carolyn Hercule, I'm gonna say Hucriel. Holy crap. Reading this hurts. Carolyn Hucriel, the matriarch of the family, offers salvage rights to you and your team if you can find and return the two lost members of her family, or at least return the gold signet rings worn by the missing brother and sister. She also offers a reward of 25 golden pieces per signet ring per character if the characters bring back the Hucriels in good shape, of good mind and body. She offers double the reward. Solving a mystery. The goblin tribe infesting the nearby ruins called the Sunless Citadel, though no one knows why, sells a single piece of magical fruit to the highest bidder in Oakhurst once every midsummer. They've been doing that for the past 12 years. Usually the fruit sells for around 50 gold pieces, which is all the townsfolk can bring themselves to pay a goblin. The fruit, apparently an apple of perfect hue, heals those who suffer from any disease or other ailment. They sometimes plant the seeds at the center of each fruit, hoping to engender an enchanted apple tree. When the seeds germinate in their proper season, they produce a twiggy mass of twisted sapling stems. Not too long after saplings reach 2 feet in height, they are stolen every single time. The townsfolk assume the goblins send out thieves to ensure their monopoly of enhanced fruit. You are interested in piercing the mystery associated with how wretched goblins could ever possess such a wonder, and how they steal every sprouting sapling grown from the enchanted fruit seed. However, you wish to find this room retrieve healing, hoping to heal a grown friend or relative. So, my thought process is, I think I could do both of those. I think what could be a good first hook is, they're here, like, they're reaching the time of, what is it? Midsummer. So in the middle of summer, they are selling. I'm going to change it to after the summer ends. That way they can have a horde of those healing things, you know, the apples. They are going to sell to the highest bidder. So once summer ends, they start to bring this sort of food over to this enchanted fruit to the town of Oakhurst, or the village of Oakhurst, and start selling them. And then that hooks them to be like, hey, maybe there's something really cool over this in the Citadel. And then as they're like sleeping for the night, they're gonna wake up to, you know, find people have come back, and they run into the tavern or run into somewhere, and they'd be like, hey, we just came back from the Citadel. It's been about a month since we left. Nobody's seen us, or something along those lines, where they'll be like, you know, something attacked us. They've gotten my brothers and sisters who've gone missing. Can you help us? That way we can get a double hook to it. Either somebody can go for, you know, exploration and just trying to figure out like what the hell's going on, or they can go for to be helpful. So there's a double hook there we can do. Oakhurst, the community closest to the Sunless Citadel, is a village called Oakhurst. Most of the 900 residents, including outlying farms, are human, with a sizable minority of halflings and a scattering of other races. 900 people doesn't sound like a village. I think that's more like, I think a village, when I think of village, I think of like less than 100, more than 50. You know what I mean? Or like,
It's an average
At-
town size.
yeah, so like at average, I feel like it would be like under 200 for that. But for a town, yeah, I'm gonna call it a town of Oakhurst. I'm gonna make it like, I'll make Oakhurst a, you know, just a forest town. Kind of like a giant village, basically. Or a group of villages. That'd be cool. Well, it's one singular. I'm gonna make it a town in the middle, whatever. 900 residents. Oh my gosh, that's so big for a village. I'm gonna make it like a small. I'll make it like 200 residents. 900 is a lot. Village Hall, the center of government in Oakhurst, includes an office of Mayor Werner Lang, a male human noble. General store, the village's main source for supplies and merchandise, is a general store owned and operated by Carwyn Hukreel, a famous female human noble. Oh, so she owns the store. Ah, that could be a really good thing. Adventurers could be running through and trying to buy shit, and then she could be like, you know, my brother or whatever is stuck in the whatever. If you guys could do that, I can offer you guys my blah blah blah, and you guys also can buy stuff from me for cheaper prices. That would be really good. Shrine. Advice, information, and healing are among the services dispensed at the village's shrine. It is maintained by Dem Corky Knack. That is the name. Dem Corky Knackle, a female gnome priest of Pelor. What is the god of
Getting supplies.
Pelor?
Grabbing ammo.
Pelor is the god of the. Pelor is a good aligned god of the sun, agriculture, and time. Ah, that makes sense.
That's how you do it. Drop pod is on the way.
I kind of want that to be. What's her name? D&D gods. There's a female god like that I like a lot better. What's her name? Shantae. Shantae is the goddess of life, bounty, and agriculture. I think that fits better.
Drop pod has arrived.
So we're gonna do that.
Retrieving the mule. Drop pod departing in T-minus
Next to the
5
village
minutes.
is a stout building where miscreants serve the census. Oakhurst Constable is Philocial, a female half-elf veteran. She commands a force of 16 guards and 4 scouts who keep the village safe. That's pretty rad. Also, why do you only have that much people being your police force for a town of 900
Molly's
people?
headed
That's
for the
fucking
drop pod.
insane.
Let's follow her.
Blacksmith, repairing and forging arms and armor is the job of the village smithy. Rurik Lutgear, a male dwarf commoner. The Old Boar Inn. Garen, a male human commoner, is the owner and barkeep of the Old Boar Inn. He serves food and drink, and the place has few rooms that visitors can rent.
The drop pod will
Rumors heard in Oakhurst. Player characters can discover the following additional information while spending time in the local tavern, or through asking the right questions of the locals. No one knows for sure what the Sunless Citadel once was, but legends hint that it was served as a retreat of an ancient dragon cult. I kinda want to change that. I think a dragon cult is a bit on the nose for D&D, and I think it should be an old druid. No, not druid. I feel like it should be a, like a dragon cult is neato, but there's agriculture. Like, these are extremely, like, good apples that can heal wounds. I feel like a druid circle that kind of started to mix with a town or something would be better. That way it can also connect to the druid, the dark druid that, you know, was inside of this. Like, it would be cool if this druid went from good to evil, being a person of this nature. So, God, I'm basically just making my own adventure at this point. The old road skirts the Ashen Plain, a lifeless area. A character who succeeds a DC 15 intelligence history check knows that the desolation is attributed to the long rampage of a dragon named Ashardalon. A few locals know this fact. Cattle herders don't graze their stock too far afield these days. They're frightened by stories of new monsters that maraud by night. From time to time, cattle and people who've gone out alone at night have been found dead the next day, bearing dozens of needle-like wounds. No one has seen the creatures that cause this mayhem, nor do they leave discernible trail. The missing adventurers include a fighter, Talgan Hukreel, a wizard, Sherilyn Hukreel, a paladin of Paler, Sir Bradford, and the ranger, Caracas. Sir Bradford was not a local. He had a magic sword called Shatterspike. Sometimes the goblins offer a different apple at midwinter. This apple is corpse white and poisonous, even to touch. No samples of either apple are to be had. Alright. Garen, the barkeep of Old Boar Inn, remembers the last time anyone aside from Talgren and Sharwin asked questions about the Sunless Citadel. About 13 years ago, a grim human named Belak stopped by and had a very large pet frog. If the characters are anywhere between Oakhurst and the Sunless Citadel at night, 4 twig blights attack the party. The blights attack stealthily from out of nearby foliage. That is where the spiky, whatever they are. What did it say? Dozens of needle-like wounds. That's where those come from. The Citadel. See the dragon, old dragon from his stone, sink with enormous rundown. Once the characters are ready to leave Oakhurst, the adventure truly begins. The overgrown road winds through rocky downs near stands of old growth. Why the heck do they write stuff like this? Make it easy for people to read. God damn it, man. Oh, this is so annoying. Once the characters are ready to leave Oakhurst, the adventure truly begins. The overgrown old road winds through rocky downs near stands of old growth oak. And past the abandoned farms, it is 7 miles from Oakhurst to the Sunless Citadel.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Oh.
the old road passes to the east of a narrow ravine. At the road's closest approach to the cleft, several broken pillars jut from the earth where the ravine widens. Alright. 2 of the pillars stand straight, but most lean atop sloped earth. Others are broken and several have apparently fallen into dark depths. A few similar pillars are visible on the opposite side of the ravine. A sturdy knotted rope is tied to one of the leaning pillars. Gosh, could you guys describe everything even freaking harder? Oh my god. This is why I don't do adventures. Okay. Jesus. Citadel overview. A dragon cult that valued privacy and defense built the Sunless Citadel on the surface not long ago. All record of the cult's name has vanished. Through various sources, believe that it was associated with the dragon Ashardalon, the cataclysm that killed the cult members, sank the fortress at the same time. Sorry. My mic was in the way. Because of residential enhancements, much of the structure survived its descent onto the earth. With the cultists dead, goblins and other creatures moved in, and they have survived here for hundreds of years. I honestly think what they could do is, instead of it being a huge event like that, I feel like what they could have just done is the town of Oakhurst grew due to a druid circle living nearby and giving the town, a good exchange of, items for etc. blah blah blah. And what they could do is this circle made the citadel, or the town helped make the citadel. And what could happen is the Citadel surprisingly just vanished out of thin air one day. Probably because the bad guy used an evil spell or an evil ritual to bring it down to underneath Earth. I think that would be really cool. Oh, I'm basically just remaking this. Fuck.
Basically just make a whole new world at this point.
I honest to God basically am. We're gonna I'm gonna rewrite this adventure. We're gonna do this. Oh my gosh. Okay. What should we call this? Ooh, money. Let's see how much I got paid. Very nice, very nice. Okay. I do like the name Oakhurst though, but all the adventure names suck.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Hey, you get
I dropped my phone.
oof. Okay. We're gonna rewrite the Sunless Citadel. D&D official adventure rewrite. D&D OAR. I mean, we'll call it. At this point, it's not gonna be the Sunless Citadel. It's just gonna be a freaking like a. I don't know what.
Just gonna remove the Citadel entirely, or
No, it's not. I'm gonna not remove the Citadel, but it's like there's so much that could be rewritten for this that makes more sense, and it's like you got a cult of dragons, and it's like so they added a cataclysm event that caused a dragon to destroy everything, and then I was like, well, we really don't need that. All we need is to have a group of like somethings that had this really cool thing, and then something bad happened. So in order to keep it more simpler, so it's like, why would there be a cult of dragons? I understand it's D&D and it's all about dragons and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but it's like, honestly, it's a way better story to just have a circle of druids lived in this forested area and had a really neato citadel because the people of Oakhurst wanted to trade, and because they're good friends, they built them a citadel. And now, or like, the druids were trying to aggregate to like modern culture, so they started to build their own citadel or their own like fortress of that nature. And what it could be is, instead of it just being cobblestone walls, it could be like wooden trees and everything getting sucked down anyways. But so this druid tribe or circle that's really big actually made this citadel that was actually really cool and huge, but then it suddenly disappeared. Oh, cool. Well, why the heck is there super apples that can heal almost any wound? Because they're druids. They know how to make, magical infused food. If it's a cult of dragons, why the heck is there just random, random apple that just can heal anything?
yeah.
It doesn't make sense. So it would make sense if it was a druid circle that did that. So we're gonna change it to be a druid circle. Secondly, the bad guy's a druid. What if it was just a guy who wanted to change how the druids worked and did not like that they were advancing with their, whatever, and he can just be like, well, fuck it, then I'm just gonna take it all and basically use a ritual, kind of like how in Baldur's Gate they were doing the Rite of Thorns. They could do a ritual that he pulled the citadel down, and he basically just killed the entire citadel and turned it into a destroyed lichen forest in a sense, where it's just a crazy forest underneath the ground that is because what they said, it was a dangerous forest under there. So that way, it's a druid that's fighting against other druids, and that's a good thing. It's simple. It's not, there's not a lot of stuff that we need to really pull out of it. It's simplified and really shot down more. So we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
Let's go!
So we're gonna do. I'm gonna keep calling it. I'm gonna call it the Sunless Citadel in parentheses. But rewrite.
in the area, so keep it snappy. Quartz can be extracted from the walls. Search for a blue shimmering light.
I'll call it the Sunless Citadel revamped. I'll just add revamped or jetified.
Loud and clear. Router and Canonu.
D&D official adventures rewritten.
So is it like
Sunless
the Citadel specifically that has magical properties, or is there something within the Citadel that has something?
So apparently in the story, what happened is the Citadel is magical, but there's like a lichen forest that's hidden in the Citadel that is even more magical.
I see.
Yeah. So the goblins, even though they have these magical apples, they've only reached the surface of like this lichen forest underneath it. So basically, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to rewrite it, or I'm gonna have to. I mean, I have to still read through the entire thing. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
This is actually really cool. It's cool that I'm like just thinking of changing it all so that it could. I don't know if I want to read it all the way first and then do it, or I can start doing it and then yeah. But so much shit. Yeah. Yeah, this like I'm reading the blurb at the end and it says you realize now that you set loose multiple of these abominations, after if you burn down the tree basically, it will cause all the enemies to kind of roam free. And it's like, yeah, these are blights. These are like magical forest like magical tree like creatures. And I'm like, yeah, no, this could totally be cursed, like druids that were turned to, like twig or what are they called, blights or whatever, to just become, you know, they were just cursed. I think that would be such a. We're gonna rewrite this on the Citadel, dude. This is like I love rewriting stories like this. So we're gonna do that. D&D OAR, D&D Official Adventures rewritten, the Sunless Citadel rewritten. Introduction. I'm gonna have to read this entire thing, and then we're gonna do that real quick. But, so the Citadel. Okay. A dragon cult that valued privacy and defense built the Sunless Citadel on the surface along the Earth. All records of the cult's name has vanished. Through various sources, believe that it was associated with the dragon and Shardalon, the cataclysm that killed the cult members, sank the fortress at the same time. Because of the residual enchantments, much of the structures survived its descent into the earth, but the cult is dead. Goblins and other creatures moved in and survived there for many years. The goblins, which belonged to the Durbalduk tribe, Dominator and Goblin, once patrolled the area around the ravine to rob passers-by, but now the old world having fallen out of use, the goblins rarely pay much attention to the entrance anymore. Also, a tribe of kobolds had recently moved in to challenge the goblins' ownership of the fortress. Now both groups are skirmishing as they vie for control. I think what we could do is we can make it so that it's only the goblin tribe, and the only people that they are, like the only thing that they are doing is they're either fighting against twigs or blights, or they're trying to swindle the town of Oakhurst. It is nice to have kobolds, but because nothing in this is going to be dragon themed, it's mostly going to be nature themed. I think what would be better is if these goblins entered this place and tried to make it their home, but instead of having it be just them versus kobolds, it's them versus blights, or them versus like magical cursed druids, basically. Which sounds way more cooler than just them fighting kobolds. So we're gonna try that. Now the tribe of kobolds moved in. Both groups are skirmishing. They're not concerned about the possibility of intruders. The cult offers the characters good opportunity to gain entry dungeon without attracting attention. The missing party that came here before did much the same. The rope left tied to the pillar near the ravine is theirs. Though the kobolds and goblins claim the Sunless Citadel as their property, they never visited all its chambers. They avoid entering the most secluded parts of the grove level. In the past, they feared that the hidden grove was haunted. With the arrival of Galactic less than 12 years ago, that belief was vindicated. He orders the goblins to distribute the midsummer fruit each year, and the goblins obey him out of fear.
Cleansing equipment is on its way.
Oh. So it's the evil druid that's telling these guys to sell this apple. Why?
Equipment pod is on site. Work fast.
Bring this apple to Oakhurst and give me 5 golden coins. I want to get McDonald's. You don't understand. We need to get Big Macs. And it's like, why does he need money? Unless he lives in a freaking like town, money isn't a thing for him.
I need to get the Taco Bell part pack.
I need to buy the Fortnite Battle Pass for this summer. You don't understand. They have Goku in the item shop. Come on, Goblin. How can you guys not understand it? Have you guys ever heard of Fortnite? Super stupid like that. But yeah, okay. It's Belak the Outcast. Why did they make it so that the goblins know he's there? I feel like, oh, I just want to rewrite this stuff. We're gonna rewrite this. I mean, I've already said that like 100 times, but Jesus Christ. It's just so much stuff I'm gonna have to rewrite.
Hold on.
Huh?
Hold up.
Okay. The kobolds and goblins respond similarly. If attacked, intruders are fall back, take a long rest before dealing with the leaders of an attack community, while the creatures time to make preparations. All their dirty monsters reinforce cleared rooms with forces possibly stationed in other rooms. For example, 3 kobolds from one area. Each regular kobold and goblin is likely to have 2 d10 silver pieces, perhaps in the form of various coins and crude jewelry. General features. The following facts about... does it have a money? It would have been so cool if on this thing it would have a money converter. That would be sick. That would be another thing they need to add to this. General features. The following facts about the environment are true unless otherwise noted. The doors are wooden or stone. Beyond Area 2, many of the rooms on the ground are lightless. Ventilation. All keyed areas contain adequate air supply. The air is renewed from countless cracks leading up to the open cavern. These caves are too small for any creatures,
Request
but...
received. Cleansing pod incoming.
Right, creatures such as... blah, blah, blah. The region runs for several miles in either direction, average depth about 30 feet, point...
The cleansing equipment has arrived.
40 feet.
Clear the area of rock box.
Okay.
Get on with the mission.
Terrain scanner just got updated with a new location.
Ledge. Firewall accounts. Long rubble. Switchback stairs. The fortress emerged from the darkness, so changed to
Oh, I'm out of here. Yes.
All contagion spikes neutralized. Looks like you're done with the cleansing operation. The bioscan's all green.
Got me.
Break the pace.
so much.
Secondary objective completed. Fine job. Objectives completed. Launch controls are active and awaiting input. Let's get this wrapped up. Nitro's been withdrawn and supply pod is inbound.
Alright. Let's...
The swarm is upon you.
I'm going to stop reading.
Hang in there.
What was that?
Oh, this thing. Because I'm going to stop reading this. And I have an idea. What I'm going to do
Ready to
is
kill some more crates.
in the books, they describe the beginning and stuff like that, and then after that is just straight up pages of like room 1, room 2. I just want to tell you there are 41 rooms in the Citadel alone, which is understandable, but my god, that is painful to look at. So what we're going to do is I'm going to stop reading and start writing the introduction to the adventure. And then what we can do is I'm going to make the adventure, basically rewrite this on the Citadel, and then once we do that, I'm going to start making notes in there and make it more linear. I understand that's not really the play, but my god, there's so much shit in this place that it is literally how many pages of just this one area. The entire citadel takes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
It's go time, team. Hack each
19,
antenna node in
20.
turn to stop the self-destruct sequence.
20
Or clear
pages.
the vicinity post-haste.
That is just the citadel alone. There's 20 pages. I understand that, you know,
Nerves of steel.
you need a lot of depth for a D&D session, but my god, that is painful to look at. I'm just gonna, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to take heavy inspiration from this, but write my own
Taking out
stuff
that
and then
Got
steal, I guess, steal the pictures and no, I'm not even gonna do that. Jesus Christ. This is what I don't do. This is why I don't do freaking maps and stuff like this. There's so much. There's so much. I do like the idea of it. Not the idea of it. The idea of changed it.
I'm getting good at this.
Legs don't fail me now. Platform optics then. Shield ready again. Everyone, get some attention.
Annoying little buggers. If I was a piece of crap antenna node, where would I be?
And ready. I'm disabling this one. Cool as a cucumber. What's your fire?
Is there a bloody target painted on my back or what? Buzz off, Shredder!
The router is powering down. Well done. Collect the data cell and get on with your mission.
Antenna nodes before this thing overloads and blasts us to bits.
It tingles weirdly when you touch it. Where's the mule? All
This
right,
meteorite
we
has
didn't bring it with
already
us this
released
time.
all the plague hearts it had inside. Inventory is full.
I'm taking some of the ammo. What kind of
Data
thing?
cell secured. Another successful stab at our rivals.
Die! Down the hatch! Ammo taken. These bugs don't stand.
Ready to kill some more.
Come on,
credit
guys!
card mission
Rock
people.
and stone!
Never felt better. Rock and stone!
Getting closer to our quota.
Minehead returning. Escape can inbound. Expect heavy resistance until we can pick you up.
These things weren't bad enough alone. Griffin will crack her down! Zip line, done.
Pesticide coming up!
Rock and stone!
Rock and stone forever! Supply pod here!
Rock and stone! Rock and stone, everyone!
Rock and stone to the bone!
Boys,
You ain't coming
moving
home!
clear.
Don't step over! Looks like smells like what's the moving turn? Preserve your bullets! Maggots like
Drop pod inbound. Stand clear.
Look over here! Look!
what's the moving turn? Better than flying.
Drop pod has landed and is ready for takeoff. Drop pod departing in T-minus 3 minutes.
Hurry up! I'm not getting any younger! For rock and stone!
Forming up the area, foe!
Supplies are on the way.
Cluster grenade! Goblin
I can see a lot of shooting in your future.
Drop pod departing in T-minus 2 minutes.
Rock and stone, brother!
Rock on!
Extraction commencing. Good work.
And so far, I like Avalon.
Avalon.
I'm just, if you want to know how I name my towns and villages and stuff like that, I just look up frickin' Wisconsin cities, villages, and townships, and steal a name from them. That's where I got Caledonia from. Caledonia is a bomb ass name.
I just take obscure D&D god names and then I merge them with already existing country names.
Avalon sounds really cool though. Caledonia is fucking sick.
Well done, miners.
Cambria?
Our
Cambria
engineers
sounds
confident
nice
that our
too.
efforts are having an impact.
I'm gonna write these
Even
names down
planetary.
real quick. Avalon, Cambria.
Rock and stone
Rock and
like
stone!
there's no
Avalon and Cambria are so far like my top two right now. Cicero. Ooh, Cornelia sounds nice. Of course, we would have a place in Wisconsin named Cornelia. This was just called Corning. Cornucopia. Awesome. Gotta love it. Crevets.
Butternut.
Hot.
Clam Lake.
Deronda. That's kind of cool. Dickieville. What is it? Isn't there a Dykesville? I like how one is just called Donald.
Found one, days. Oh, okay. Fuck.
Yep,
Oh.
Dykesville.
Oh, Joel.
Joe.
Joel.
There's someone just called Edgar. We have an El Paso.
Alan.
Elderon? That sounds baller. El Dorado. Elmhurst.
Yes.
Emerald Grove. I always loved the name Emerald Grove.
Yeah.
Ephraim.
Gone.
What is Ephraim? I know that's a name, but Fruitful. That's a cool name, but it's a weirder name. Like Avalon, Cambria, Cornelia, Elderon sounds like fantasy names, but Ephraim sounds like another weird name. I like the name Ephraim though, but just doesn't fit right now. Evergreen, that's always a classic.
Ogdensburg.
Fargo.
Fargo. Excelsior. Rising Sun.
Fredonia. That sounds like a place that a guy named Fred would call like his treehouse or something.
Yeah.
Fred ship. Holy shit, we got a Fries land.
Yeah, I saw that. Melvin. Boyden. Dune.
Gingles.
Gingles.
Why is there Gingles, Wisconsin? That's a town.
There's just a town called T.
What the fuck? There's a town called Goats, but it's spelled Goetz.
Huh.
Or Goetz. We have a Gotham.
Huh. Carthage.
Carthage is also a good one. Gradient.
Hitchcock. Yeah.
Nice. Grelton. Grelton sounds like one. It sounds more like a run-down area. Gresham also sounds cool.
Rockham. Falkton.
Grelton.
Huh.
That one's up. I saw that one. I thought that was pretty neato too, but not what I'm looking for yet. Gunther.
Gunther.
That's it. That's the one.
On Gunther, baby.
I'm calling the whole continent Gunther.
Gunther.
Harmony, Harrison, Harrisville, Hatfield, Hatley, Haugen.
What's this country called? Steve.
Hawthorne. Hawthorne is always a cool name. I've only gotten to the
Vivian.
H's. Vivian's a great name. I like Vivian too.
Doors.
Hobart.
Hobart.
Hofa.
Wanblee. Interior.
There's one cool. This one is
Nada.
called Hope. Horicon. That sounds like a Transformers name. Hortonia. That sounds like a guy who named it. The guy who named that place. There's one place just called Howe.
How?
Bro, imagine living in Howe, Wisconsin. Shout out to the homies in Howe, Wisconsin, but imagine. Hudson Hughes. Hughes is always a great regular name.
Bodrill.
That sounds cool.
It's spelled like Vaudreuil.
Ironton. That sounds cool. Ithaca. Ithaca sounds like a cool name too. Isonia. That's cool as hell as well.
Stanley.
That's it.
Boyd.
Joel.
Joel. Donald. Donald.
Kempster. I'm a big fan of Kickapoo.
Kickapoo.
Yes.
Prentice.
We have Klondike.
Like
Kneeland.
Meland.
Lifarg.
Boulder.
Ladaga.
Millador.
Lake Tomahawk. That sounds like a cool name.
Nakusa.
Lanark.
Oh, found friendship.
Yeah. There's a lot of Limas and Lincolns.
I thought you were gonna say Ligma.
There's a lot of Ligma. Sounds like a lot of Lumira. Lumira sounds cool. Loomis. Lorraine. There is a famous D&D place called Lorraine. Loretto. Loretta.
So many. Black Earth.
Linden. Lynxville.
Mount Horeb.
There's a lot of cats there.
Forward.
Marionette is also a good one too. But that one's too common. Mead.
Dunbarton.
There's just one place just called Mead.
Mead.
There's a place called Meme.
Meme.
Yep.
Meme.
Meridian. That one's a good name. I think Meridian's cool. Merrimack. Meteor. Mets. Yeah, the Mets, baby. Love the Mets. Miffin. We got a Milan. Milton. Montrose sounds kind of cool. Nashville. Navarino? That sounds cool. Nikemi. Nakusa. Nino.
Hollow.
Newern. New Diggins. Newport.
Rokwa.
I saw that one. I thought that was cool too. Do you have an Oakhurst? No. We have an Oakland. Nye. Nutterville.
Nutterville.
I like the name Oconomowoc. That's a real fun word to say. Ogdensburg. Ojima. Ojibwa. Oki.
Okay.
Amro. Orienta.
Burns.
Paitis.
Hatus.
Parish sounds cool. P-A-R-R-I-S-H. Parish. Peebles.
Mother.
Pippin.
Sprague. You. Okay.
Sprague. There's just one place called Pipe.
Pipe.
Yeah. Yeah. Where do you live in? I live in Pipe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Babcock.
And then there's
Oh,
Pipersville.
Babcock. Nice.
Platt. Plover. Plugtown. Town where all the druggies live. Porcupine? Portage. Porter. Portland.
Villador.
Poskin. Potosi. Potts. Huygen. Poinet. Prague. Prentice.
Venture. Riplinger.
What?
Riplinger.
Awesome. Reesburg.
Owen.
Owen?
Owen.
There's just one, just rock.
Rock.
Not anything, just rock.
Rock.
Rockton. There it is. Rosier. Rosier sounds cool. Rostock sounds cool. Rule. Salem. Salem's a classic. Sorona. That sounds cool. I thought that said Sexville.
Six.
Scarborough sounds cool. We have a Shoto.
I'm up in the... Oh, I'm not. Not in the UP.
We got Slab City.
Oh, yeah.
We have a Sparta.
We do.
We have a Spooner. That's cool. Dalbin. Dubs.
Chippewa.
Sugarbush.
Chippewa.
There's a lot of summits. And summoners. Sussex. We have a Sylvan, Wisconsin. That's cool.
Dog.
Tainter.
Danger.
Tamarack. Tamarack sounds like a badass, like bad place. You gotta go to Tamarack. Taycheetah. Texas.
Texas.
I love Thorpe. Tibbets. Tipler. Token Creek. Toma. Trigo. Tustin. You bet.
You bet.
There's just a place just called You Bet.
Gaylord.
Ooh, we're getting to the V's. Verona. That's a good one. Vesper. Vienna. Vienna's a good one too. Villis.
Yeah, Vesper. Funny.
Iroquois. Webeno. Wagner. Why no? Wetford.
Potawatomi. Yeah.
I love those really long names.
BB.
BB. We just have a York. Warden. Wordon. Young America. Zachow. Alright, well, I went through the entire list.
Oliver. Pokegama. 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 Eloise.
Louis. Louis.
There's just one called Cutter.
Yep. We're back.
Dobie.
Alright, I'm gonna make the continent called... Alright, so we got Avalon, Cambria, Carnelia, Alderon, Ithaca, and Verona. I am kind of on Avalon and Ithaca.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I really like the name Avalon. The continent of Avalon, the continent of Cambria, the continent of Cornelia, continent of Alderon.
When you say
Ithaca.
Avalon, it just reminds me of a Little Big Planet.
The continent of Ithaca. Ithaca kind of has that hard hitting. The continent of Verona. Verona sounds like a city. Alright, I'm either Avalon or Ithaca, actually. The continent of Avalon. Continent of Ithaca. Avalon takes the cake. I think Avalon sounds way cooler. I'm gonna keep these names up. The continent of Avalon in the village of... Okay, so it goes for continent, and then we'll just go with region